Today we're going to be making a silicone mold, so let's jump in and get started. For the bottom of my molds, when I DIY my own molds, I like to use packing tape. You could also use transfer tape, but you're basically just making a barrier for the bottom of your mold. So I take 4 or 5 pieces, overlap them on each other so it makes a barrier, and that is going to be the bottom of your mold. And for the mold housing today, I'm actually using this modular mold housing from S Resin. It works great. You can change the size to whatever size you need, and you can get it from S Resin's website. Discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount. Has a bunch of little plastic pieces like this, and then it comes with the binder clips, so you can clip them together. And I should not have done this on the tape, so don't do that. I should have just built the mold housing and then put it on the tape because it was kind of giving me trouble when I was trying to do it this way. So just build it off the tape like I did here. I finally peeled it up off the tape, built it, and then I'm going to place it back down on top of the tape, just like this. And you want to make sure you push it down hard so there's a nice seal and no silicone is going to leak out of your mold housing. And just for extra precaution, I like to go around the perimeter of the mold housing with some hot glue, just in case any silicone rubber leaks out. This glue will prevent that from happening. But with this particular mold housing, I've never had any leaks. So up to you if you want to do that step or not. And today we're going to be molding this rhinestone coaster that I made. And I'm going to show you how I make these here in just a second. So it was a resin coaster and I added the rhinestones to the top. I'm just placing that right inside the mold housing, centering it the best that I can, and pushing it down on top of that tape, just like this. Super simple and easy. And now really quickly, I'm going to show you how I make these. So for these rhinestone pieces, I just take a resin coaster, sand it. You're going to need 2 different sizes of rhinestones. These are SS20 glass rhinestones. And then the small size I have is 2 mm. And you're going to need the smaller size for filler rhinestones. And I'll explain that here in a second. So here's my resin coaster. I just sanded it. Clean the dust off. Always wear a mask when you're sanding. I drop down a line of glue. You want to make sure you use E6000 glue for this project if you're going to be molding it, because the E6000 is really strong. It's industrial adhesive, and with that being said, it also has a strong odor. So make sure you do the E6000 outside or wear a mask. It is a stronger glue, but that glue is really super strong, so it's going to make sure that your rhinestones stay on your resin piece. And I'll explain that at the end when we demold the mold that we're making. So pretty easy, just drop down your line of glue, put your rhinestones on top of the glue, make sure your line is nice and straight, and you can see this coaster has a curved edge, and that is why you're going to need the filler rhinestones, because it's not a perfect square shape. So you're going to need filler rhinestones in the smaller 2 mm size to fill in those gaps where these size SS20 rhinestones are not going to fit. Anytime you're doing a rhinestone project, you always want to have a smaller size of the color that you're using for fillers, because it's not always going to be perfect, and you might have some gaps that you're going to need to fill in with the smaller rhinestones. So super simple and easy. I'm just taking my wax pencil, putting those rhinestones on top of the glue, and that's really it. I'm going to do one more line here and show you guys that, and then I'll do the rest off camera. It's very easy to add rhinestones to any of your resin creations. And here you can see where I'm putting the little filler rhinestones. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but those little itty bitty ones, you're going to want to have those to fill in those spots. And now I'm just taking a dot of glue and going in between each of the rhinestones that I placed on that first layer and putting a rhinestone. So this is called the honeycomb method when you're rhinestoning. So your next row is going to be offset in between the rhinestones on the layer above it, if that makes sense. Very easy to do. So I'm just going to keep adding my rhinestones here and do a little bit more fillers on the edges. And you'll be able to tell when you're making these if the SS20 size isn't going to fit. Just go in with a few of the filler rhinestones. And here's how it's looking all finished up. You can see right here I have some spots I need to go in and add those filler rhinestones, so I will do that off camera. but here's how it was looking, super sparkly and beautiful. So this is how you make the diamond coasters, and you could also add the rhinestones to the perimeter of the coaster as well. Up to you how you want it to look, but this is how I make these if you wanted to make a diamond mold. And you could use really big gems if you want to too. You don't have to use size SS20. You can use whatever size you want. As long as it's got a flat back, you can glue it on top of your resin creations and make a mold of it. So now we're going to mix up our silicone rubber. Silicone rubber is a 1-to-1 ratio by weight. I get my silicone from Let's Resin. Discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount. So you do need a digital scale for this. When I was mixing up the silicone, I was working on 2 different projects. So I was mixing up 20 ounces. So you need 10 ounces of your part B and 10 ounces of your part A. But if you were just going to make the one project, I would do 10 ounces. So 5 ounces part B, 5 ounces part A, and then mix that up completely for 5 minutes. Silicone rubber is really forgiving. It's just like resin. So if you don't mix up enough on the first day, you can always mix up some more the next day and add it right on top. You can add multiple layers of silicone rubber just like resin. If you accidentally didn't mix up enough on the first day, the silicone rubber will bond to the previous layer just like resin. So I got my 20 ounces here. Now I'm going to use my electric mixer from Let's Resin, and we're going to mix that up. This machine is so easy to use. I like to do it off the stand. So I take my cup, put it off to the side, and then I'm able to move the mixer myself and just mix it up for 5 minutes. After we mixed it up, I'm going to take that silicone rubber, pour it right on top of our diamond coaster that we made. And like I said, this was 10 ounces for this project. So you would need 5 ounces part A, 5 ounces part B, and that's it. I'm going to let it cure overnight. Super simple and easy to make your own molds. I hope you give mold making a try. It's really fun to mold different items and see how they turned out. This is 24 hours later. Pulling the tape off the bottom. And I did have a little bit of silicone run under my coaster, so I'm just taking my cuticle trimmers and trimming up that little bit that ran over underneath the coaster so I can get it out easily. Take off the binder clips and then remove your mold housing, and that hot glue that we added around the edge, that peels right off of the mold housing as well, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to clean up this little bit here that's on the perimeter of the mold with my cuticle trimmers, and now we're ready to demold it. So you can see here when we get this out of the mold, a few of my diamonds came off, and that's okay if that happens. You can just take tweezers and get them out. But this coaster here, I did not use the E6000 glue. I used gem tack glue off Amazon. So make sure you use the E6000 glue because that is a stronger glue if you guys try to do this. But here's how it turned out. Super sparkly and beautiful. I hope you guys give this a try. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I got all my supplies from Let's Resin. Discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount. Definitely give mold making a try. It's so fun and so easy to do, and you'll have a lot of fun making your own molds. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.